Hi, this is The Greatest Story Ever Played. I'm Dan.
I'm Jordan.
And today we're going to be talking about BioShock 2's DLC called Minerva's Den.
Yep. So, jumping in, Minerva's Den offers a brand new, self-contained BioShock story, presenting a side of Rapture you've never seen before. Seek out the tools you'll need to unlock new goals and spaces in the order you choose. Face Rapture's full range of opposition as you increase in power, a new challenge is always right around the corner. Expand your combat abilities with the experimental ion laser and chaotic gravity well plasmid, unique to Minerva's Den. Face off against a new Lancer Big Daddy, the most advanced protector the Rapture ever produced. Explore every shadowy corner of Minerva's Den, unraveling the mysteries past of the Thinker's inventor and the dark secrets hidden within the unfeeling, omniscient machine he created.
Okay, so a little background on the DLC. It's developed by 2K Marin, just like the main game. You play as Subject Sigma, who is a Big Daddy, and then the last thing is that this DLC occurs concurrently to BioShock 2, so even within the game you'll hear like, Subject Delta, blah blah blah. There's a couple passing comments that BioShock 2 is happening as this is going on, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
and
it's nice.
And seeing crossover and stuff like that, so that's cool. So, I guess to begin a recap, the game starts off with you heading towards the Thinker down one of the tunnels, so to speak, or hallways or whatever, towards the Thinker, and the tunnel gets exploded by who you're after, and you are killed, seemingly. And so you just see the tunnel blow up, you fall into the ocean. Game picks up, similar to really BioShock 2, same thing. Sometime later, you end up waking up, you get woken up, and you receive a call from CM Porter, who tells you that Dr. Tenenbaum said that you're going to work together to get the Thinker out of Rapture. So, seemingly, this is what your goal was when you were killed, or whatever, at first. So this is kind of wild when you wake up, you pull a starfish off your face.
Yeah, pretty cool. You're on the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Big Daddy walking around. It looks like BioShock 2, like the scenes where you're going in between sections of Rapture. Yep.
It felt very familiar.
Yeah.
This time I went and got all the slugs because I knew to look for it.
Yep. There's a lot in this DLC.
Yeah, there are a surprising amount of slugs here. And so you're off to get the Thinker out of Rapture. So Porter kind of gives you an update on what's been going on. And so you find out that Reed Wall and Porter were partners until Wall ultimately pushed Porter out, and Wall runs Minerva's Den, which is cut off from the rest of Rapture. So when he blew up that tunnel, Minerva's Den became its own isolated thing that houses the Thinker. And so Wall and Porter, both super smart guys, and Porter wanted to use the Thinker, its I guess computing skills and so forth were so good that it could predict the outcomes of baseball games, stuff like that. And so him and his buddies were just using it for fun stuff. But Reed Wall was like, no, we should use it to ruin the stock market and make a bunch of money and do shit like that. And so their kind of disagreement came there because Wall wanted to use I guess the Thinker for self in a bad way, and Porter kind of was using it for fun and thought it was also should be given a personality and things like that.
Yeah, I think one thing too, Porter's wife died.
Yeah.
And I think he was trying to program the Thinker to be her, sort of.
Yeah.
Because there's this personality simulation the Thinker can do, and it can sound like the person you want it to with recordings and act like they would. So I think part of it too was he was not over his dead wife, which would make sense, and then he tried to get the Thinker to kind of be his wife, sort of.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
His wife died before he ever went down to Rapture.
Yeah. I think in World War I. Or whenever.
Maybe before World War II, or right during the beginning, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Either way, she had died, and so he wants the Thinker to have some of her personality so he can kind of use it as a sounding board, it seems like. So that kind of divides them, and so that kind of leads us to where we are. So from there, we make our way into the operations. We end up using one of those, not bathy spears, but the lift thing, kind of like an elevator, to get inside.
Oh, yeah.
And we get inside there, and we need to find a punch card that's hidden in Porter's office to head towards the Thinker. And we find that, but then we get to operations, and it's blocked by this super strong magnetic lock.
Mm-hmm.
And so it can only be removed through this new plasmid called Gravity Well.
Mm-hmm.
And so for a while, we're kind of roaming around operations, killing our way to finding this plasmid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really killing. Yep.
Essentially.
A lot of people.
Yeah. And so you kill your way through that, and so you're kind of trapped in, I don't know, the first area or whatever. Once you get the Gravity Well plasmid, what it does is you essentially throw these, like, jello balls kind of thing.
It looks like black jello balls, which are like black holes almost. Well, they make a black hole.
Yeah. And so you throw them over this, like, window thing, and then it explodes the locks off. Mm-hmm. That's essentially what it does. And so you do that, and then you're able to actually head into operations to find the Thinker. After this, while you're in operations, you end up taking a signal beacon from a sunken bathysphere so that it could escape.
Yeah, I think there's... So, because this is concurrently with regular BioShock 2... Oh, man, what's her name? The main antagonist.
Sophia Lamb.
Yeah, she's in power over Rapture, and I think she has, like, these torpedoes that will shoot down anything that tries to leave.
Right.
So you have to, like, program this beacon to repel the torpedoes or, like, mask your signal or something like that.
Yeah, because it's not an active signal anymore because it's on one that's already sunk.
Yeah.
And so you put that on Porter's own one, and I guess remove his old one, so that you're essentially invisible. So
Yep.
if and when you make your escape, Lamb won't see you.
Yeah,
and
she
shoot you
won't
down.
destroy you with torpedoes.
Right.
Which would suck.
So you've got your you get that set up. You've got your escape plan ready. Now you have to go recover the Thinker itself. So heading to recover the Thinker, you end up fighting Wall and several Big Daddies while you're trying to recover. And this fight's pretty crazy.
It's pretty difficult.
Yeah. It was challenging. I think there was a point where I was maybe fighting like 2 or 3 Big Daddies at once.
Yep. And then Walt's also pretty strong too.
Yeah, he's got a big suit like them, right? It's not the same. Like, he's not a Big Daddy. But
Yeah, he's got some protective armor suit.
Yeah.
And some cool weapons.
Yeah, he's got some cool weapons. So you fight them for quite a while you're also trying to reset the Thinker, because you need to, like, reset it to be able to remove it.
Yeah, and I think so. Wall like turned it off, which so it's like a big computer, so it controlled like the air, the lights, the electricity, all the stuff in Rapture. So when he turned it off, it like basically broke Rapture, which is obviously really bad because you're underwater and if there's no air, you're dead.
Right. You can kill everyone.
Yeah, so you kind of have to reset it to copy its hardware or software onto this thing, and also make sure that Rapture doesn't just die or kill you in the process.
Yeah. And actually that's kind of a crazy thing that's gone on, is that Reed Wall's been apart from Rapture, but he's still keeping it going. And
yeah,
it seems like he basically ended up with an agreement from Lamb that says, you don't come to Minerva's Den and I'll keep Rapture running, essentially. And so they had kind of like a weird agreement where he was dictator of his own island in a sense, but but also kept the main area okay.
Yeah.
And you see this in a lot of graffiti throughout Minerva's Den, so it'll say like mine instead of Minerva's Den, or like things like that. You can tell that he's gone a little crazy.
Yeah, for sure, gone crazy.
So ultimately you have this giant fight. You end up killing the people you need to. You win, you recover the Thinker. And once you recover the Thinker, Porter calls you. And through this, Porter calls you through the whole game. Porter is your...
it's like your guide.
He's your guide, as with the previous games. Same thing. So Porter's your guide, and once you recover the Thinker, Porter reveals that I'm you. You're me. That Subject Sigma is in fact Porter. That when Reed Wall got rid of you, Andrew Ryan, I think.
Yeah, I think what happened was
Andrew Ryan turns you into a Big Daddy?
Yeah, he Reed Wall framed you as being like a communist.
Yeah.
And then he sent you to this weird prison, which if you get sent there, you're a Big Daddy, basically. So what
Right.
happens? You get turned into that.
Right, and as a Big Daddy, you don't have any memories or anything like that. You're just a Big Daddy.
Yep.
And so Porter had actually made all of these recordings before this had ever gone down because he'd seen it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Yeah, and then he gave them to the Thinker.
Yes.
And the Thinker, used the personality copy thing, whatever thing it does, and then it becomes him, kind of.
Right, to be able to relay this to you.
Yeah.
And so he does that, and then he reaches his bathysphere he set up, and Tenenbaum is there from the first game, and you escape with Tenenbaum.
Mm-hmm.
And you make it out before Rapture explodes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our DLC. Yeah, that I guess that's it. So
Yeah.
for general thoughts, one thing, I enjoyed this DLC quite a bit. I thought that this is probably what DLC should be. I feel like there's a vast array of quality in DLCs, but this one definitely was quality.
Yeah.
So I liked that. I almost feel like I would have rather this been the only time we played as a Big Daddy, and if in BioShock 2 we didn't play as a Big Daddy.
Yeah.
I think that could have, and maybe just played as a regular person. I feel like this, in some sense, hit the amount of Big Daddy I would want to play as. But a thing I did like on the other side of that is I liked Tenenbaum setting up a plan with several Big Daddies and to save the good that still is in Rapture. So I do like that, and that makes it more okay that BioShock 2 and Minerva's Den are both Big Daddy ones. But
Yeah.
because they both got rebooted, and she helped use them for good. So I do like that aspect of it a lot, but I feel like 4 or 5 hours or whatever this took is probably the amount of Big Daddy I'm fine being.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because it's not the BioShock 2 is great, the original game, and the DLC is great too, but I feel like you lose some personality being a Big Daddy, or it just, I don't know, you feel like more of a robot.
Right.
And you're obviously making your own decisions, but you're also kind of not because you're a Big Daddy. So it just feels, I think I'd agree. I'd almost rather be a regular person like the first game, or whenever we do Infinite. You're a guy in that one too, so something like that.
Yeah.
So I agree. And yeah, I think what's cool about this too is you mentioned Tenenbaum. If you remember from BioShock 2, just the actual game, there's a point where she leaves Rapture in a bathysphere. And this kind of explains how she got out, which I think was pretty cool. It kind of added a little bit more background to her character, because she's your guide in BioShock 2, then she leaves, and then you have the other weird Southern guy.
Yeah, the good Southern guy.
Yeah, he's ended up being good.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
I forget his name right now too.
Yeah, he's got a good old Southern boy accent though. Yeah,
that is him. Yes, that's spot on. Yeah, no, I like that too, and I think that's part of what can make me not forgive, but understand some of that stuff more. Is because I don't think it needs forgiving. It's not like it's bad.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's totally fun. It's totally good. But I do like that a lot of that being concurrent. I really liked when we were doing something, you heard Subject Sigma about something, and you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is going on at the same time. Because I hadn't really realized that until then, because we don't see Tenenbaum till later.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool. Something I did like too that this DLC introduced was you had the laser, the ion laser. You have the gravity well. There's vacuum bots that you can explode and get goodies from.
They suck up trash.
Yeah, suck up trash. So it was cool adding some more layers to your gameplay. And actually, for me, when I played, I somehow missed the fire plasmid, which is my main plasmid I use.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I missed it wherever the first opportunity was to get it. So at future ones, I couldn't buy it, which was weird.
Oh.
But I missed it somehow, and so I had to play differently. So I used a lot of Insect Swarm.
Nice.
Which I used before, but I relied on it way more.
Yeah, I used fire a lot in BioShock 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It was it.
Yeah, that was all I used, those ones too. So this one I had to kind of learn to play a little differently, which was good to get to do. It was a good experience, especially for a shorter game. I think if it was the full game and I couldn't find it, I would have looked up how to get it. But
yeah.
Since it was shorter, I was like, okay, I can figure out how to play without it. But
yeah, I actually used Gravity Well a lot. I really liked it.
Yeah,
I upgraded it, and it was good because it would attract a bunch of enemies.
Oh, cool.
So you'd throw it, and you would they'd kind of suck towards a black hole, and then it'd blow up.
Oh, cool.
So it was good. You didn't really have to have aim. You just kind of threw it at things.
Oh, cool.
That was nice. Yeah.
I only used it for the locks.
Yeah, I used it a bunch.
I didn't realize it could be used that way. That's
yeah,
cool.
it was probably I still like the Incinerate, or whatever it's called, the best, but I liked Gravity Well. I used it because it was a new experience. It was fun, though.
No, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, one thing, too, that I liked was, so I did not expect Porter to be Subject Sigma. Like, that was kind of cool. It was well done. It was somewhat hinted at towards the end, I guess, but I think it was well done. It was like a cool classic BioShock twist that didn't feel like this out of left field, like, what? You know, it made sense. And also, too, there was kind of a happy ending. I mean, Porter's wife was still dead, but he gets out of Rapture. Mm-hmm. He reverses the Big Daddy thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Thinker helps him do that.
Uh-huh.
And then he, like, ends up being a regular dude again.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So it was like, oh, nice, BioShock. You gave me a a good ending, because the first time I played BioShock 1, ending was not good. I ruined everything. BioShock 2, it was good, I guess, but I died. And this one was like, oh, you live and it's cool.
Yeah, that was nice. They're definitely good at their twist and like surprising you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely impressed, especially knowing that this isn't like the OG team from BioShock 1. Like, because I think the OG team does BioShock 1 and Infinite, and this one's the other team. And between BioShock 2 and this DLC, like, they're still very competent and make a good game. Like, and I feel like makes this game and this DLC just super underrated. Like, everyone's favorite is always Infinite or 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a lot of people's favorite is 2, but it's like it's quality, and this DLC adds to that quality for sure. And that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was enjoyable to play through.
Yeah. Oh, also, actually, I had a weird experience when playing this game. Is a while ago, maybe a few weeks ago, my house got broken into, and my PS4 and a bunch of other stuff got stolen. And sometimes when you're in spots, you have like a weird think. And one of the first things I thought, because I was like, okay, I have renter's insurance, I can replace my stuff. And I was like, shit, my BioShock disc is in there. I'm not going to finish Minerva's Den. That was one of the first things I thought, which is silly. Like, I should be more concerned about the other things, but
like all your other things that got stolen.
Right. You know, that should have been what I thought about. But I mean, luckily for me, the person got caught, and I got my stuff back for the most part. So that's good. And I also got to finish Minerva's Den. So, but I thought that was kind of a funny experience to share.
Yeah. What are the chances of getting your stuff back?
Right.
Pretty low.
Right. I know. Very lucky. The Thinker found me. The Thinker brought me back.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's all I really got on BioShock 2, Minerva's Den.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. BioShock 2 is good.
Yep.
I'm excited to play Infinite whenever we get to that.
Yeah, I am
someday.
Too.
Yeah,
when we get there someday, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So I guess, again, well done, BioShock people. It was good. In the meantime, if you want to contact us, you can hit us up on Twitter at StoryEverPod, or you can email us at TheGreatestStoryEverPlayed at gmail. If you'd like to rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast, that would be a big help, just helping get our show in front of more people's faces who like the games that we all like.
Mm-hmm.
So, that would help out a lot. And, we'll see you next time.
Later.